Our whole career at Thomas More, we won at every level. We won in freshman year, we won JV. Then in the previous year, we came up just short in the semifinals. And then to finally win it was amazing. I mean, the crowd came charging onto the field. People are hugging each other, they're jumping on each other, everybody's going crazy. It was like all kinds of emotions that you couldn't even think of. I mean, I remember getting emotional out there thinking, oh my God, I can't believe we did this. And it was just such a great moment because all of us guys were together for 4 years, and we actually accomplished the state tournament, which some teams that we thought were better before us didn't do it. So for us to actually accomplish it, it was just huge.
The year was 1981, with legendary coach Jim Haluska leading the Thomas More varsity football team to the state championships. The team would play against Marshfield Columbus High School, and Coach Haluska made sure the team was ready to win.
We had many planned practices with our coach Haluska, and we actually had a game plan going into it. We knew that Marshfield Columbus was a very good football team. We played them the first game of our opening season in my senior year up at Marshfield at their home football field. And so it was something we had a background of what they were capable of doing, because that first game was a very tough game when we played them. And knowing that the state final game was going to be just as tough, if not tougher, playing them a second time around. So Coach Haluska had a game plan, and what we all did was we worked towards that game plan with special plays on offense that I worked on throughout the week that led up to the game, as well as our defensive team worked very strong against their offense to hold them back from scoring points.
And that was something that Haluska, our coach, he pushed big time. It was diligence, it was hard work, it was perseverance, it was never quitting. It was always going the extra mile. And that coach got it all out of us. He got every bit of what we had out of us as a team.
The team became a family over the years, and they learned the principles that would eventually make them champions.
A good teammate's always going to have your back. Whether you have a bad play or a good play, our whole team really stuck together and stood behind each other. And as one of the only juniors to play on the team, they really took me under their wing and were always looking out for me. I guess that's the big thing, is we all looked out for each other and covered for each other. You're not going to have the perfect game, so everybody really worked well to make sure we won state.
You got to work hard even when things are tough. Wasn't that things were always easy. Practices got long. Especially before the season ever started, we were old-fashioned, had 2-a-day practices, and it was hot out. But those are the things that helped us become successful when you were in a tough game in the fourth quarter, because you had put all that extra work in on a hard day.
All the hard work finally paid off when Thomas More took home the state champion title that day in the presence of family, friends, and fans.
Oh, it was a great experience for all of us, knowing all the hard work we put in. Knowing that we were underrated for being small, slow. We proved to a lot of teams that we could beat them, and that we all played really well together as a team.
Every one of the guys in that room can remember down to the most minute details where they were on every single play, what was happening, who scored, who dropped the ball, who had a penalty. And all of us, well, most of us probably haven't even seen the video of that game in 30 years, and it's just right there. It was so imprinted, and it was joy, pure joy. We felt that we'd really accomplished something. Candidly, I think we felt that that team and the team before it and the team before it were all excellent teams, and we felt we should have won the championship for years in a row, and it finally came together for us.
There's nothing like running under the lights on a Friday night and playing football, much less winning a state championship. So it was awesome. Thomas More had a couple of year drought, which back in that day was significant because they had teams the preceding years from us that were all capable of winning state championships. And so the high school was certainly due to win a state championship, and we certainly felt that our team was good enough that we were due and we were going to win. And at the end of the day, we weren't going to be denied.
Today, many of the 1981 state champions are still close friends, and they remember the glory days with a sense of pride. They would like to share words of advice and encouragement to this year's football team.
You don't want to let the guy down next to you. You want to be the guy that holds it together You know, you want to protect your family and do what's right for them. Because, you know, you're not always going to have the most talent. You're not going to be the biggest guy. You're not going to be the fastest guy. But if you can come in there as a team and work it, you're going to be a lot better off than the teams that have the big studs here and there. So become family. That's the big thing.
Got to be a team. No one is going to do this alone. You have to come together. You have to peak at the right time, and you have to work real hard.
Relish those friendships and those relationships of the coaches that you'll develop, your teammates, and the administrators at your school, because they're going to be lifelong. Trust us. I'm talking to you from 42, 43 years ago. I graduated from Thomas More, and I'm still with a group of our high school buds, and so it's a real special time. Those friendships are certainly forever, so enjoy that.
Take it one game at a time. I would say that, but enjoy practice. We had 3 amazing coaches back then, all Hall of Fame coaches. They made practice fun. You may have been busting your butt, but it didn't seem like it.
To really enjoy the moment, enjoy what you're doing, have fun at what you're doing, work together as a team. I mean, it takes 11 players on the team to make a real good football team, just not one player. Everybody has to work together to make that happen. And when you do that, you'll have fun, you'll win, you'll share special moments, such special experiences, and you possibly might win a championship like we did.